All right, so we pick up right where we left off, and I'm literally just 1 minute into this episode, and I'm already trying my best not to just turn this off and go for a fucking walk. It's a nice day outside, the sun's out. Let me chill, I got this. I'm doing this for you guys. Okay, so bear with me. This is seriously what happens, I swear, for those of you that aren't watching the show. I swear this really happens. Haryan comes out of Gucci, Fendi, Prada's room, and she's all smiling, and we know that she's possessed by Ghost Wan. She runs into Sahyun, who I guess can just sense who she really is. I think he sees Ghost Wan within Haeryung, and then a fucking Disney Pixar animated version, I guess, of Songwon appears and travels out of her and into the air and then into Sahyun and then gives him, I guess, all of the memories of Songwon or takes them away. I can't tell if this is brainwashing him to think that Haeryung is Songwon or to erase Songwon's memories and make him love Haeryung again. I don't know. Anyways, then they're all happy and they plan to go work out together and both seem like they're on ecstasy or something. So Sahyun goes and gets ready and the mom and Haeryung, or Songryung, I guess we'll call her, they start talking and they're in the kitchen and Haeryung's all nice and pleasant and different and the mom is totally confused and doesn't know what's going on. So then we cut to Piyung, Jia, and Dongma and they're all having a blast and they're sledding. Whee! Okay, now we're back to this weirdness, and Sahyun is back, and they're all talking and eating and happy, and I can't figure out if Sahyun thinks she's Songwon or knows it's Haeryung and has forgotten Songwon. Yeah, this is gonna be the whole episode, guys. I just don't quite get it, so please in the comments let me know which one it is if you know. Okay, then we get a little more wee! And then back to the kitchen. So now it seems like we get confirmation that Sahyun is seeing Songwon in front of him and not Haeryung. Wouldn't this illusion be broken if the mom says something specifically to Haeryung? I mean, I don't know, but it's funny as hell, so I guess we'll just see how long this lasts. So they go to work out and they run into the dad, and the dad's like, hey, and then Haeryung's all nice to him too, and he's like, whoa, and she's like, I'll buy you a bed, and he's like, all right, cool, and yeah, okay, whatever. So Dongma and Piyung and Jia go, I don't know, somewhere after sledding, and he like flexes on Jia and tells her he goes sledding in Switzerland, and she's like, oh my god, really? And he's like, yeah, let me know if you ever want to go, and Jia's like, ha, let's go tomorrow, and he's like, say less, I'll fucking go right now, let me check the tickets, must not know who I am, bitch. And Piyung and Jia are like, oh my god, you're so spontaneous and adventurous, oh my god. Okay, so then they go buy a bed for Pops, and Haeryung / Ghost Wan is still being so nice, and it's so unlike Haeryung. Wow. Hope you like using Haeryung's money, Songwon. That money that you didn't earn yourself and are now just fucking stealing it. But yeah, let's just not talk about that, because Songwon's the good one. When she becomes Haeryung, suddenly Haeryung, the bad person, is suddenly good, but we're stealing money. Okay, alright. Okay, so then, oh god, I'm not fucking watching this. Oh god, this is going on so long. Come on, man. Oh fuck, wait, Jia does say something to Piyung here. When Dongma leaves after they do that little game, Jia does tell Piyung, you should marry him. You guys look good together. And wow, this is just all going so well. Let's just have everything go great. Okay, so then the parents talk about Haeryung actually being a nice person and how she's all soft-spoken and she's changed, and oh my god, look, she ate something. Wow, fuck you guys. Alright, then we get our obligatory 5-second shot of Haryan alone in a room, and at least he's got some better lighting this time, I guess. Alright, so then we check in with Hyungi and my boy Yu Ram, and they are remembering the dinner with Papa So, and Yu Ram is like, yo, that shit was fire, bro. That shit was valid, though. And they also talk about Mr. So and how he's considerate and kind or something, I don't know. So they're just there vibing, but then Haryan, their dad, calls, and Hyungi picks up, and he wants to meet up with them and talk with them. Okay, so then we go to the gym where New Shin is working out, and he's doing his thing, but then he looks over and sees Dong Ma walk in, and he's all buff in his little tight outfit, and you know what, guys? I don't like Nushin. I really don't. I don't really like Dongma much either, but let me just shout out to all my dudes that go to the gym. Anyone who's trying to get fit and go to the gym, don't ever be intimidated by people like this at the gym. Go in there, do your thing, lift your weights, do it at your own pace, at your own level. You can do it. Good for you for going there in the first place. All right, guys. Special PSA announcement from 210East. Okay, so then we cut to Dongmi and Ami, and Dongmi apparently just flips out. I don't know why, while they're cooking, and she storms out. More on that later, I guess. All right, so then Pyung and Ji-ah talk, and Ji-ah tells Pyung why she likes Dongma. He makes great food. He doesn't talk too much. Blah, blah, blah. She does actually say that he's too young, so that's kind of interesting. But besides that, she's totally cool with it and all for it, and everything's all perfect and going great. Fa la 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 la. It's all so great and not complex at all. What a mature kid. So right after this, Ami calls Pyung and asks to come see her. So Pyung and her bestie talk, and Ami tells her about Dongmi and how she's changed. And then Pyung does bring up the fact that Ami and Hae-ryung had a run-in and what happened with that. And I'm interested to see this getting discussed because, one, fuck Ami, I want to see how she talks about it. And then two, I want to see what Pyung, how she's talking about Hae-ryung these days, because it's just been kind of weird lately with the three friends. But we got to wait for that because Ami just gives some bullshit answer to start off. And maybe there's more to the conversation, but we don't see the rest of it yet. Okay, so then we get confirmation that Papa So is cool with Siyun. He was impressed by her. He tells Dongma that he's still worried about Mr. So himself, though. Yeah, great. Cool, whatever. Okay, next, Ami and Nushin are talking in the car right after he's been totally emasculated by Dongma's manly physique. And he lashes out at Ami because of this, probably. No, I don't know. And he's like, no wonder Dongmi is mad. You're at fault. Da-da-da-da. Because Ami had brought up the stuff about Dongmi. Anyways, Nushin eventually just says it's probably menopause, and that's why her mood is changing so much. So they go inside, and Dongmi is there, and she looks like she's back to her happy self. All right, so then we get this minor scene that I think actually could point to something major, so I'm gonna talk about it quick. Pyung has this little fantasy of her upcoming wedding with Dongma, and she's just in bed chilling thinking about it. The fantasy looks exactly like the shots from the season 2 finale wedding scenes. So my question is, did the show just try and quietly kill that finale scene and its credibility as the endgame with this scene here? I guess it could still be what actually happens, but kind of weird. Okay, so then there's a quick scene with Dongma and Pyung meeting up at night. It's nothing really important, but they do mention that they're gonna have a dinner with Siyun and Mr. So soon, so that should be fun. And we also find out that Haryan has now officially crossed over into stalker territory. He is stalking Siyun and Mr. So as they go around and do stuff. Nice. And next we go to his meeting with the kids, and they sit down, and he asks them again if they are cool with Siyun getting married again. Then he drops his master plan on them. Basically, he wants them to come live with him for a couple of years. His reasoning is, hey, your mom and Mr. So will want their honeymoon phase, and they want to be all lovey-dovey and have some privacy, and you kids will just be in the way of that. Your mom's going to want to be free and be on her own with her new husband, and you're just going to be in the way. That's actually what your mom wants. It's what's best for her. You must be uncomfortable with calling Mr. So dad so early, so come live with me. I'll make you food. I can cook now. And Hyungi and Yuram actually seem like they're falling for this. Like, this is getting to them. And look, I know Yuram is really conflicted. I expect him to probably be swayed by this, but I was actually surprised to see Hyungi actually considering this. Okay, so then we get Pyung and Siyun sitting down, and they talk about their new in-laws and their future and whatever. But then Pyung, just because I guess they just can't resist talking shit about Hae-ryung every episode, she brings up Hae-ryung and says that she is sly and two-faced. Now, I'm guessing this is in reference to the continued conversation that Pyung had with Ami that we didn't get to see, where I'm guessing Ami probably told Pyung about Hae-ryung in the press conference and her divorce. And yeah, just no allegiance to your friend at all. I guess Pyung is just totally listening to whatever Ami has to say. Yeah, your friend is sly and two-faced. I know because the mistress that broke up my marriage, who I'm now friends with, is telling me. Yeah, seems valid. More on that later, but first we do cut back to Hyungi and Yuram, and they're talking over what their dad said, and Yuram is like all on board and thinks it's a good idea. Hyungi is still a little skeptical. Okay, so then real quick, we get the Dongmi Gabin crossover we were promised in the preview from last week, and I guess Dongmi sees a performance of Gabin's on TV, decides that she's now a fan, makes her some food, and then just leaves it at her house. She knows her address apparently from a friend who's in the business. Gabin sees her outside and invites her in for tea. And I'm hoping this isn't just really bad writing and the writer's not giving a fuck about how characters meet anymore and making it organic or in any way kind of believable. I hope it's not that. I hope Dongmi has some kind of evil plan that's being put into action right now, but we'll just have to wait and see. Before the scene ends, we see Dongmi starting to empathize with Gabin about losing someone you love, and we'll have to see what happens there. Okay, so then we get the So brothers / P-young and Seon, the new sisters-in-law dinner scene, and they all sit down and talk about how great they all are. Okay, so then we see Song Ryung taking care of Enchilada, and obviously it's really Songwon, but to the baby it's Haeryung, or maybe it senses it's Songwon, and the baby, I don't know, the baby's kind of looking like, who the fuck are you? But I don't know, it seems happy. All right, back to the dinner scene, and Dongma is being all cutesy PDA with P-young in front of Mr. So and Seon, and P-young's like, oh my god, stop. And then she says, Mr. So, surely this is awkward for you. And he's like, nah, it's cool. I've seen him do all sorts of embarrassing things before. Oh, shit. Anyways, they joke around a bit more, but then Dongma gets serious and says to Seon, I know my brother can be boring, but please take good care of him. And Seon's like, oh, that's okay. I'm boring as fuck too. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Chill. I'm just joking. Don't come for me in the comments. I know at least a couple of you guys laugh. Don't lie. It's all good. I love Seon. I swear. You know I do, guys. So after the dinner, Dongma still seems kind of troubled and worried about Mr. So, and maybe this is a sign we're about to get that scene where he tells Seon something about Mr. So that she doesn't know. Okay, back to the parents talking more about Haeryung, and they are chalking her change in attitude up to the fact that, hey, it must be the baby. La Cucaracha has changed her for the better, and now she wants to be a mom, and it's made her warmer and kinder to be around the baby. And are we all just cool with the fact that Sahyun is literally living a lie? Like he's literally under eternal genjutsu. Fucking Songwon Madara shit. This just isn't good. Like, is this really how it's gonna end for this family? Okay. Then a quick scene, Dongma stops by and sees P-young and Jia, just randomly gets Jia a puppy. This guy. Okay, then we get the sit down with Seon and the kids, and oh my god, this shit just pissed me off so much. These kids, what the fuck? Haryan, who has spouted endless bullshit since season 1, suddenly now he's convincing and he makes sense? Really? And the kids come and just parrot all of Haryan's talking points to Seon like it's their idea. And Seon is just fucking pissed. And she's like, what the hell? No, I want you guys to be with me. And what the fuck is Hyungi even saying here? Like, mother, you should live on your own terms and be happy on your own terms. Do you not see her tearing up and telling you right now in front of your face that she wants you to be with her? And that's what's gonna make her happy? These are her terms. You're not even listening to her. You're really falling for your dad's bullshit right now? Really? And don't even try to give me that, oh, Hyungi's feeling bad for her dad lately. That's why. No, I don't want to hear that. That's still not enough reason for her to completely fall for this in 180 and talk to her mom like this. Oh yeah, dad feels so much more comfortable. That gentle way he holds my arm as he yanks me down the stairwell. Ah yes, the guiding hand of father. And Seon is looking at them like, who are you? I brought you in this world. I'll take you out. You better shut the fuck up. So what's making me the most mad about this isn't that Hyungi and Yuram want to live with their dad or that they got brainwashed by him so easily after all this time. It's the fact that they are literally trying to tell her how she feels and what's best for her with such conviction. Like, why don't you just let your mom tell you how she feels herself? I don't know. It just seems so out of character for both of them. But they're just kids. I mean, Ram gets a pass no matter what. But Hyungi, I don't know, girl. I don't know if you get a total pass for this. Oh, okay, let me chill out. And of course, we cut right after this. We cut to Haryan himself shaving his beard in the mirror, and ha ha ha. There's no way she'll choose marriage over the kids. My evil plan will come to fruition. And then he cuts himself with his razor. That's what you get, you little fucking bitch. Okay, let's move on. All right, so I'm a cat person. Dogs are cool. All respect to dog people, but I don't care about this shit, so let's keep moving on here. Okay, then we finally get the scene from the preview. Dongma and Seon sit down, and this is where he tells her something about Mr. So. Will it be nothing? Will it be something big? Let's find out. And then, yeah, we don't get to find out. There's a quick cut to Mr. So and Papa So, but who cares? But then when we come back, Dongma has already told Seon what it was, and yeah, we don't find out. Whatever it is, Seon says, hey, that doesn't change anything. We still trust each other, so yeah. And I'm just feeling bad for Seon here. Everything was going great for her just a couple episodes ago, and now there's all this new added stress. And yeah, Seon, just keep it together. We're all in your corner here. So the very next scene, Seon sits the kids down and basically tells them, Mama knows best. Shut the fuck up. You're not going anywhere. Fuck your dad. I'm keeping you here with me. I don't want to hear shit about shit anymore. And yes, thank you. Thank you, Seon. Put that shit to bed right now. Whew. Okay, I feel better. All that stuff about the previous scene, I can forget about it because Seon has shut it down. The kids were stupid for a second, but she put him in their place. Nice try, Haryan. Nice try. So during this scene, Seon does tell the kids her heart breaks for Mr. So. So I guess whatever it is Dongma told her about Mr. So is something kind of serious and sad. Maybe he told her about Mr. So's past with his dad and mom. Maybe Mr. So acted out in some kind of way and something happened. Okay, so then we get this scene with Haeryung and Sahyun, and I'm still kind of confused here because he sees her as Songwon, but then it kind of fades back and it's Haeryung, but he's still nice to her. And then she says she wants to go to the sauna, but then Sahyun is worried that someone might recognize her, meaning he knows it's Haeryung because Songwon wasn't famous. And yeah, I'm still confused, and I'm still hoping somebody in the comments will help me out. So thanks in advance. So they go to the sauna, and they have these little towels on their head, and it's pretty funny. And then Sahyun actually says to her, can we get back together? We see it's still Ghost Won inside, but I still don't fucking get it, guys. Getting back together would mean he's talking to Haeryung, right? Not Songwon, because they never broke up. She just died. All right, then quick scene with Mr. So and Seon on the phone. He says some stuff, whatever, he's drunk. But then he asks if she can grant him a wish, and she's like, sure, and he wants to come ask her in person, and it turns out he just wants to spend the night at Seon's place. And at first I'm like, okay, Mr. So, let's get it in, like, let's go. But he just wants to be there in a wholesome way. He says, hey, I'll sleep on the sofa or the floor, whatever, I just want to be there and be in your house and feel the love. And Seon is a bit hesitant, which is understandable, but she eventually does say to come up in 10 minutes. And then we get the last scene of the episode, which is Dongma sitting down with his dad, and the dad asks him about who he's dating, and Dongma tells him she's a producer and she's assertive, and the dad's like, oh, sounds good, she might be the one, how old is she? And that's where we leave off for episode 10, guys. Wow, I'm sorry I freaked out and got mad, but I'm better now. I'm glad Seon shut that shit down with the kids. Anyways, what do you guys think about all of this madness? Definitely a lot going on now. Is Pyung Dongma really the end game here? Is Song Ryung fusion and Sahyun's eternal genjutsu okay with you guys? Are you fine with that? Am I going to survive until the end of this show without going insane? Find out next week. See you then, guys. Love you all. Have a good day. Oh, I'm TwoTenEast, blah, 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 whatever.